What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video and a podcast. In today's video, I'm talking about the real reason why you're tired all the time, and it's not just because of sleep. Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than you've gone to bed? And have you ever felt that way throughout the day? Like you're completely exhausted to do day-to-day tasks or even show up to day-to-day tasks with your full energy. You know what I mean? I know that we have all kind of felt that from time to time. And so in this video, I want to help you optimize your body so then that way you can optimize your life and perform at a little bit of a higher level, so then that way you feel more recovered, and a lot of it is linked back to your nutrition and your training. So let's go over the first topic. It's not sleep, it's recovery. This is a big thing that I come across with a lot of people. They're overworked and exhausted because they put way too much shit on their fucking plate. Stop working out so much. Like, fuck. Like, just dial it down a little bit, please. I used to be the guy who worked out 3 hours a session, 6-7 days a week, and literally like emotionally attached myself to the gym to make me feel worthy. And I would tear my body apart just to relieve as much stress as I possibly could. And as a result, that burnt me out in my daily life, so I couldn't show up as best as I possibly could. After years, I have learned my lesson, and now I stick to 4 workouts a week, just right now. I don't think I'll ever really increase that again. I could even probably go down to 3 days a week and be okay with it. But I like to stick with 4. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're overtraining, that will massively impact how you feel throughout the day. And then you could be overtraining, but you could also be sleeping really well, but that overtraining is still gonna outweigh the good sleep that you got because you're just fucking overtraining, and overtraining has so much stimulus to it to the point where it could just fuck you, and then the sleep doesn't even matter. So here's a good rule of thumb. Instead of overtraining, think about the minimum amount of work that you can do in the week to hit your goal. Whether your goal is to burn body fat, build muscle, or just get better and work out for yourself, you don't need to be doing that much. You could stick with 3 to 4 workouts a week, maybe 5, but I do really recommend 3 to 4. If it's a 3-day per week split, stick to it. Only do full body workouts. If it's 4 days per week, only stick to upper lower splits. That way you have less to show up to, so then you have more time to focus on other top priority things in your life. And guess what? Even with a 4-day per week workout split, you can get as much done as you needed with weight training for strength, or weight training for building muscle, or weight training for burning body fat. And even with 3 days a week, you can still do the exact same. Recovery is key. And I'm not just talking about recovery from your mobility. I'm not just talking about recovery from your sleep. I'm talking about the recovery outside of your sleep, outside of your mobility, outside of your training. I'm talking about in like real life, outside of all of that stuff. Like, how are you recovering? Are you getting outside and having fun? Are you going out with friends and family? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you spending time away? Are you taking care of yourself and cleaning yourself up? Are you giving yourself time away from screens? Are you being present with yourself? And if you have a little bit more of that throughout the day, even if you use that time to focus more on work, you're gonna feel a lot more productive and accomplished versus putting all your time into stuff to just like massively improve yourself when really all you're doing is doing too much. Number 2, you're tired because you're not eating enough. I come across this with a lot of women, and even women that I've coached who compete in like bikini competitions or also modeling. A lot of the time, like even sometimes guys, and they think a lot of the time, because they want to lean out, look better, feel better, so on and so forth, they actually eat a lot less than they should. And a lot of people usually gravitate towards the easiest way possible to get results, which would be like eating 1 meal a day, or fasting, or eating as little as possible, and trying to push themselves as hard as they can in the gym, leading them to burnout. Instead of doing that, I truly recommend switching your mindset from that to fueling yourself throughout the day. Eating every 4 to 6 hours, 3 or 4 main meals, 1 or 2 snacks throughout the day, getting your calories and macros and sticking with those. because you will feel a lot better. How do you think athletes who train every day, they practice basketball three times a day, or they run and lift every day, or like whatever it may be? I'm not saying that you need to do that, but how do you think that they keep going? If you fuel yourself properly, you will be able to keep going. You will be able to operate and do things at a really good rate versus not fueling yourself, and it truly affects your mind and your body. Here's a little side note. If you want some good fitness results, you want to look better, feel better, get jacked, whatever it is, if you're properly fueling throughout the day, you'll be able to show up to your workouts even better. So then that way you can perform even better during your workouts, which will help you shape your body. It'll help you build muscle, which gives it that shape. Your eating doesn't give you that kind of shape. Your weight training and your workouts in general is what does it. So fuel properly. Eat every 4 to 6 hours instead of just like sacrificing it all and trying to do everything to the max. You'll feel 10 times better about yourself, and you'll feel just a lot better in general. So number 3, you're just mentally fried, not physically weak. Let's talk about mental fatigue for a sec. You're not lazy. You're overstimulated and under-rewarded. And when you start to make your life easier by adjusting your training and nutrition, you'll feel a lot more rewarded. You'll be able to show up better, which creates a feedback loop to your brain that you're doing really good. You're feeling good. And that feels a lot better than trying to do the most. So I do really recommend switching around your training schedule if you need to, if you feel overworked, if you feel like you're stressed all the time, if you feel like you're tired all the time. I would take a look at your nutrition and see if you are actually under eating or not. If you want, you could DM me on Instagram to get help with this, or you could look online and see what your maintenance calories are. You could see and calculate kind of like where your calories are at for the day. You could type in ChatGPT what you've eaten today or yesterday just to see your body weight, what your maintenance calories are. So then that way you can see if you're really under eating or not, and then make changes. So then that way you can start fixing these things. And it's not super complicated. You don't need the most craziest meal plan or anything at all. You just need to start implementing very simple things to help you start to feel better. Number 4, your training is trash. Something I see with people who just want to get better. They just, they work out, but they work out more based on feel. They don't have a structured plan that gives them minimums to complete. They always try to do the max, train as hard as they can, as fast as they can, trying to level up every single week, trying to push themselves to the max with no recovery. Something I do with a lot of my clients, which helps them feel better a lot of the time when they're feeling a little bit more overworked, even if they're training 3 to 4 days a week, is implementing a deload week, having a week off from the gym and getting activity outside of the gym, or having a lighter gym week where you can just kind of coast. And that helps your mind fuel a lot better than just training balls to the wall 24/7. Number 5, the lifestyle trash fire. Let's just reel things in a little bit. You're sleeping with your phone like it's an emotional support animal, and you're on your screens all the time. You don't drink a lot of water. You don't make time to even food prep a little bit, so then that way you can take care of your nutrition. You're tired because you've made burnout your personality. Like really, like you're just trying to hustle and make it in the world. But the good news is, energy is earned, it's not gifted. You'll get more energy by changing things that you need to in your life, so then that way you can get more back. So start small, sleep before midnight, eat breakfast that has protein, not just a coffee, lift 3 times a week, maybe 4, walk more than just, going from your car to the gym or, to your work and then, driving back or driving to get lunch or, staying in bed at night, go for a quick walk or whatever it may be. Get some steps in, get some sun. Hydrate like a damn adult, please. And you'll be shocked what happens when you start treating your body a lot better and also your mind a lot better. It's just really easy to fall into the trap where you're doing the most and you're kind of questioning like what's going on. I just want to let you know that you're not broken. You just need to change a few things that can make a massive difference. If this gave you some knowledge, some feedback, some things that you can implement today, let me know down below in the comments, like this, and I will reply back as soon as I possibly can. I appreciate your guys' love and support on all the videos for real, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.